everybody. My name is Brandon Jones. I'm the editor-in-chief at GameTrailers.com. To my right is Mr. Kyle Bossman.
Hi, everybody.
To his right is Daniel Bloodworth.
Hello.
And for the last 20 minutes, we've just been sitting here talking about trailers. We're going to keep doing it. And if you've been with us for that 20 minutes, then you know what trailers we were talking about. And you know that now we're going to watch a trailer that we have never seen before. This trailer comes recommended to me via Twitter as one of the worst trailers that the person who sent this to me had ever seen.
Wow.
And that was an instant sell for our Let's Watch
right.
segment. I'm curious to learn more about this game and this trailer called Her Story, which we've never heard of, correct?
No.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Whoa.
There you
Okay.
go. We were just talking about Shattered Memories, right? That was
A lot
one
of
our
fans here,
top
yeah.
10 Wii games. Gotta turn that up there.
Oh no.
A game story video. Do we know who this is?
Viva Seifert.
That's the same room where they do Nintendo gameplay reveals.
Wait, that was it.
And it has a pre-order at the end.
Get your name in the credits. Trailer music.
No way!
That's
That
it.
was it.
Pre-order to get your name in the credits.
We saw a video of a woman in a room talking indistinctly.
Who do you think you are?
We're getting different rooms, which is interesting.
Are we getting different rooms, or is it just different days?
I think it's just different boxes shoveled around the same room.
So, okay, production value's bad. It almost seems kind of intentional.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like they're going for this similar kind of
And
thing.
I think this is the game. I think we're
But
looking
like
at the
they're
game.
are they zoomed in on like the viewfinder of another camera? The way that thing looks.
Yeah, maybe. Well, it's just like a 4x3 old camera. They intentionally picked an older looking camera, I imagine. So yeah, is this like Night Trap? We're police investigators and we have various testimony. Well, I'm just throwing it out. So we have testimonies from
I
this
don't know.
woman.
Night Trap is active. Those are things that are happening now. Oh, they are different rooms. We can confirm that they are.
Yeah, the date's
There's a-
changing. It's
yeah.
94. They put it as 94. Obviously, these were not taped in 94. Maybe they were. Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, it says it's pointing out who the actress is. So they picked an old camera, tried to make it look old. Yeah, what is this, like a cold case, right? So like you're just assigned to this case, and you got all this material, and you have to, put the pieces together and figure out her story. Pre-order now. Audio's bad. I mean, the premise might be interesting, but I mean, we couldn't. I could hear that piano.
If they're
coming
gonna put
through loud and
everyone's
clear.
name in the credits, do they not expect many people to pre-order?
I don't know. Well, you could run that by. Have you ever seen like
Yeah.
video movies on like a Saturday evening or something at 2 a.m. They're just like those credits will go flying by and she.
I only see two different rooms.
her acting is even like kind of bad.
Yeah.
In this, like she's got a weird accent and they try
Does
to
a
like.
weird accent make her have bad acting?
Yeah, because I don't think that's her accent. She's
Okay.
like doing an accent, like in this. She's like doing an accent instead of acting. You know, like I can hear in her mind being like, "Did I pronounce that? Oh yeah, I did. Okay." I don't know if I give it below a 5, maybe 5.5,
I don't even know
Maybe
where to
5.
give it. I mean, it's just nothing.
because it lets us know kind of what's going on.
You're right. So it's selling a very particular game. So it's like, what do you do with this?
But then we had, the guy.
The
with
first
Project
shot is-
Treasure last week. I gave that a 4.8. No, this is a 4. I'm sorry, this is a 4.
Nice.
I'm sorry.
You're right. This
Because
is
at least
worse than
that,
Project
at least
it
that
is.
was like, at least I, enjoyed that, on some level. Whereas this, I just kind of looking at it.
I think this trailer is way too reliant on name, like sort of. If you could call it star power, that seems to be what they're trying to. Is like half of the video is titles.
Yeah. So I'll give it a 2. Which is actually slightly better. Oh no, it is a 2. And then I'm going to subtract 1 whole point. Just off of the virtue of pre-order now to get your name in the credits. That is dirty and awful. This is a 1 trailer. So I think here's how you sell this trailer is if this is your entire game, if it really is just a woman talking to a camera, let her say something interesting. Let her get something out that is actually something that might entice us to be interested in your story. Otherwise, there's really nothing here to latch onto. So just let her speak.
I think also if you take the starring out, then people might believe that this is real.
Sure.
But if you actually put the this
Yeah.
actress you're looking at, and you're like, oh, so this is fake, okay. So this is a performance I'm looking at, okay. Then I was about wondering 94, was this like a murder case or something that happened? Because that'd be kind of cool. Like if
Yeah.
that was If that was public domain, if like you could actually make a game out of stuff and like get the families to approve, like yeah, go have the the PlayStation community solve my husband's crime.
That'd be dark. That'd be pretty dark.
I think I'll go with a 3, I guess. I mean, I don't even know in terms of giving this a score. It's hard. It's like, I got almost nothing out of it. So, and especially because it's like, I think it's one thing to have like an echo in your audio, but then for it to be so echoing that like I gotta watch it a couple of times just to even understand what was just said.
But it's like Linklater's Boyhood, man. It's like, that's what it's like in that room. If I make it sound better, I'm betraying the realness.
No, you're not.
Of that.
You can hear people
that
talking in a room
police
like
interview,
that.
I'm assuming.
Unless it's our conference room, then you can't hear. That's what it sounds like in the conference room.
Right. Inevitably, we got the Borderlands trailer we've all been waiting for. Their Borderlands pre-sequel and 2, not 1, which is kind of a bummer for some people, I imagine. I don't know if it would kind of make sense to like put the whole thing in there.
I might have something to do with this whole concept of it transferring save files. Mm-hmm. Since those guys are on the same engine, maybe...
Okay.
Yeah, maybe there's just like some way they couldn't make that work for Borderlands 1, or maybe... I don't know. I don't know why Borderlands 1 is super different.
That's worth stating, though. They pushed the collection way harder in this trailer than any of the upgrades of switching to a new generation. They barely talk at all about what means to be remastered. They're basically selling, look how much is in this game.
But that's the thing, though, because they've always used PC footage in the past 2 games trailers.
Sure.
You look at it as like, it looks the same.
Yeah.
I don't know what. There's nothing different here, you know.
I think more than anything, they're playing up the fact that all of the Borderlands 2 stuff is packaged in.
Right? Yeah.
Along with, has pre-sequel got any expansions yet?
Well, they showed the character expansion and stuff like that.
Okay.
I forget how far it goes into all the stuff that you get, but yeah.
I like when stuff goes overboard. When you have whoever makes Duke Nukem had a really great compilation recently where they have like the best of that. 3D Realms. It's like the best of 3D Realms of the 90s. And so they like montage like all the titles, and they have like one screen where like all this text comes in. And I like that overdose of information when that's the big thing that you're trying to sell. So we have all this stuff.
Yeah.
And so I really like that screen where they go, yep, all this stuff, clink, 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 clink. They actually have like a bullet ping on on the and it's to the beat of
That's
the song.
effective. Yeah.
And so it just kind of plays it up. The attitude of this trailer actually would be my big question. Is we knew this was happening. This was not like a huge surprise. Like there's a lot of remasters that are kind of tearing.
Well, they actually point that out at the beginning.
You asked for it.
Yeah.
You know, so here it is. Did you like the tone of the trailer? Do you think it fell in line with them being like, well, we're doing it. You know, right here it is.
Not that song. How do you like me now? Like that song's done. You can't use that song anymore.
Yeah, I think that's
Ever?
the thing. It's it's a good song, but I've heard it too much.
Yeah.
That's the problem with it.
And it's like a boastful song. It's like, what are you boasting about, Borderlands?
Isn't Borderlands boastful by nature?
It is boastful by nature.
I think Borderlands is one of those franchises that can like use a song that's supposed to be overused, but they're like,
Sure.
we're Borderlands.
You're right.
You know?
Yeah, but I feel like when they had in the original when they had the Cage the Elephant song, like that was still new enough.
Yeah.
That like it almost felt like a Borderlands song because that's where a lot of people heard it for the first time.
Damn Borderlands is the only thing I think of whenever I hear that song. Every single time. I'm just like, oh yeah, that's right, I can see the bus and all of them waiting. Thank you, Borderlands, for stealing songs that I like. Elder Scrolls Online still pumping out the CG crazy trailers. I'm guessing this is some kind of a continuation to the CG stuff that we've seen so far.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest problem I have with it. I'm like, you got a couple of guys fighting, and they should be both dead multiple times by how much they've been, and is still hanging on. And I just what is this? Why do I care about any of it? Because they don't sell you on anyone's character or anything like that. It's just like, let's fight.
I freaking love this trailer. So to me, this trailer shows...
Mr. Context with no context loves this trailer.
Yeah, well, basically that's what I love about it. You can have an action-heavy trailer without being only action. There are lots of moments where these two characters pause to stare at each other and be real, like humans for a moment, and then they fight more. Oh my gosh. There's so much stuff I don't need the context to because of the way these faces are emoting. I really like this trailer. I think it's smart. I think it's like respectful to like tone. You know what I mean? It's like it's advertising not to idiots. It's advertising to people who appreciate story, and so I really like that.
Appreciate story. It was a fight.
But it could be huge, you know, like if you've been playing Elder Scrolls Online all up until this point, like that
Yeah.
could be a big
And
deal
also-
that you see this character die.
Which
you know,
he picks
that,
up the blade and like feels all of the memories that were inside of it, and then like mercifully cuts that guy's throat, and he's okay with it. Like, gosh, just like looking at that, not knowing the backstory, still feels heavy.
It's a trade up. Like one trailer that I actually did kind of appreciate was the trailer for Mists of Pandaria, when you see these two guys. It's Thrall, I think, and like one other guy. I can't remember the Warcraft characters' names, but you see them square off against each other, and then the panda comes in and like slaps them both around and basically shows them that like I'm better at fighting than both of you guys. You guys obviously have a lot to learn.
Oh, that
and
would make me so mad.
And but it's interesting. That kind of seemed like a knowing like play up on the relevance of these fighting trailers. It's like, yeah, we're watching them fight, but like, is this an important fight? And I think that would be my main question: is like, is this important that these two guys are fighting, specifically these two characters?
Oh man,
Were we waiting for this moment? Is this something that's going to fill a gap where it's like, oh, I've seen that trailer now. Now I'm going to go back to the game, and oh, the game's going to reference that like this fight happened, and you can watch it in the trailer, or is it just a fight?
That,
and-
I can see that being an issue because this is clearly advertising new to the Xbox One and PS4 owners. It's
Yeah.
like showing that box at the end. It's like,
Yes.
those people are just jumping in now.
Right.
It's going to be a little tricky.
So if just jumping in,
Yeah.
who are these people? You know, like, and I think a little bit of context and all of these Elder Scrolls trailers would be nice. All would be gorgeous. All the characters are very cool. I think it does a good job representing that like there's different races and different factions all vying for power. But don't really know what's going on, and I wish I did. Nosgoth.
Nosgoth!
There we go. Thank you. Is in open beta. And Kyle and I played Nosgoth at PAX. We enjoyed it. We had a good time.
Yep.
And this trailer does kind of aiming towards what EVE Online did last year, where they specifically used voiceover and gameplay from their players. And they actually introduce all of the players in the trailer. And that would be my one major critique.
Wait, those are players?
Yeah, so all of the gameplay that you saw in
Yeah,
this trailer.
I don't know if it was their voices though. I think they.
No, Eve did that. So
Okay.
the Nosgoth is kind of like, okay, well, we're going to make
Oh.
a trailer that's a tribute to our fans.
Right, that's my criticism for this.
You didn't like that.
I didn't feel like we're watching a match. I feel like we're watching them just demonstrate the moves. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
We didn't see the players actually do anything impressive.
I agree with you, and the way that I would pace this out, I think it's smart to approach them, especially because not only do they introduce the players, they also introduce different classes.
Right.
So you can get the vibe that like this guy, you know, Ultra Spanx 94 or whatever, who's playing the Reaver or whatever,
Ultra
like that's his favorite class. Like that guy's like Reaver. I'm paraphrasing. That might be
Absolutely,
Reaver.
right.
There all the classes were named something like that. The way I think you should do this is. Like you were saying, like don't do a class demonstration. Get all the introductions done immediately, like in the first 30 seconds of the video. Just show me who everybody is, because I'm not going to remember these names anyway. And they're not going to mean something
Right.
to me. But you're demonstrating that these are actual players, and then have a giant minute-and-a-half montage of just awesome gameplay. And then you don't necessarily need to demonstrate, like, you don't try to sell me the classes right now. You're just selling that, like, wow, these guys look like they're having a lot of fun playing this game. You know, when you have. And it's interesting that they split classes up at the same time. Like, I don't know, it would have been nice to maybe step back from it a little bit and see kind of from a bird's eye view all the craziness that's going on. Because when you get in so close, it's tough to sell. Like, oh, did that really happen naturally? Because the stuff in Eve, like, that just happened.
Yeah.
Like, this just happened in this match, and we were there capturing it, and we're going to recut it. Whereas I have a feeling that's like, okay, you jump off the building, and you grab that guy, and then I'll do my move when you do that. Oh, we didn't do it. Okay, let's try it again. As opposed to, like, this is just random stuff that just sparked in a multiplayer
Yeah.
match.
Well, and I think it doesn't really go far enough the other way, right? Like you don't see kind of like this sort of scripted moment where like everything kind of builds onto like a climax or anything like that. It just sort of feels like, hey, here's everybody's moves.
It's a list.
Yeah. And
what this
vampires
guy
are
can
way
do.
OP in that game, man. Even for just looking at that trailer, it's like vampires are just clearly OP.
Yeah, vampires.
But what are you going to do?
Yep.
So those are the awesome trailers that I liked this week. Dan didn't like Strafe, but Strafe's my fave for trailer of the week.
My trailer of the week is Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh god.
Oh, okay, wow.
Yep.
Blood, are we all going to have 3 different ones?
I guess I would go for the order. I wouldn't have thought it would be my favorite, but I guess out of what we've got, that is. So
Now, you guys know where to find all of the trailers on the Terror Block. I send you my recommendations every week. If you guys want to jump in there and check out all the other trailers to introduce another trailer of the week that you enjoyed, or, God forbid, watch trailers on GameTrailers.com.
That Elder Scrolls Online trailer is really good.
That's all you want in a trailer?
That is, oh man, yes, emotion.
I'll give you emotion. Give you emotion right in the nose. All right, that is it. Those are our trailers of the week. Thank you so much, Kyle. Thank you so much, Daniel. You can see all of the trailers that I just talked about here on GameTrailers.com, and we will be back next week for more Let's All Go to the Trailers. Have a good one, guys.